As a public service, WisconsinEye is offering a summary of how the fabric of Wisconsin life has changed in the last few days in response to the COVID-19 virus threat. This is not a complete list, since new changes are being announced hourly, and you need to keep yourself updated on those changes. But we hope this list is helpful. Let's start with the response of the executive branch of state government, led by Governor Tony Evers. Governor Tony Evers has issued an emergency declaration that banned groups of more than 50 and encouraged work from home. The State Department of Health Services has ordered statewide closing of K-12 schools until April. The Department of Military Affairs has begun a Level 1 activation of its Emergency Operations Center. And I know you and I are both watching the live streaming on WisconsinEye and of the DHS updates of the number of COVID-19 tests statewide, those that are positive, negative, and county-by-county totals of positive cases. The Department of Public Instruction has begun processing waivers required by local school districts who want to change the number of days they are offering instruction. Wisconsin has a state law requiring a specific number of days that our school districts must offer instruction. Attorney General Josh Kaul has warned against virus-related scams and price gouging. But this is very important. The Elections Commission has urged absentee voting before the April 7 election and the presidential primaries. The commission, in a press release today, said more than 170,000 Wisconsin voters had requested absentee ballots. On a personal note, make that 173,002, since my wife and I just asked that absentee ballots be mailed to us. To do that, on the internet, go to myvote.wi.gov. I'll say that one more time, myvote.wi.gov. And in the last few hours, there was a press release from the State Department of Transportation. State troopers are now delivering test kits to labs. Let's look at the response of the judicial system. The Supreme Court has canceled its oral arguments. Milwaukee County Clerk of Courts has told potential jurors not to report for a period of weeks. And local clerk of courts have postponed some pending cases and limited appearances. Let's look at the response of the legislative branch of government. Today, Republican leaders of the state Senate canceled next week's Senate session, quote, out of an abundance of caution for senators, their family members, and Senate staffers. Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald said he had spoken to Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. Both had agreed that they will call an extraordinary or special session to allow the Senate to act on, I think, more than 100 Assembly-passed bills. No date is set for that extraordinary session. Democrats, although they do not control the legislature, held a teleconference yesterday to ask for action on bills that would loosen paid and sick leave rules. Let's talk about the response of local governments for a minute. Cities across Wisconsin are ordering restaurants and bars to close or serve food only by delivery or carry-out. Restaurants that remain open must provide social distancing between customers, limit crowds to less than 50. Local clerks are asking college students to be trained as poll workers, since most regular poll workers average over age 60. Madison grants 2 weeks of emergency leave for virus-related absences, and it also lets employees borrow against their sick leave balances. And public libraries, I did an internet check, Madison, Green Bay, Appleton, Waukesha, public libraries are generally closed across the state of Wisconsin. As I said, this is not a complete list. WisconsinEye wants to thank those of you asking us to cover specific events. We're doing the best we can, but we want to protect our staff members, their families, and our limited resources. But we will continue to do the best we can. I'm Steve Walters for WisconsinEye.